everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Saturday, November 28th, 2020, 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to have a new introduction to a Fulmina line that we're going to be introducing here very shortly. And it's very affordable, and it's very effective. It is an immune supercharger, immune system supercharger. So I'll have that call. Probably I'll blend it in with the TFCC, and we'll talk about it so that everybody gets a clear understanding of what it is and what its abilities are. Period. Being free from the mechanics of your mind. The mind is like a robot. It functions on automatic, constantly feeding itself more or less the same 60,000 plus thoughts it thought yesterday. Funny thing is that the mind does not know that it's robotic. It doesn't want to believe that it is highly unconscious, automated, and mechanical. It would like to believe it is free. But the mind works so hard, thinking all day long and all night long, and it doesn't know how to stop thinking. How is this freedom? It continues to chop new thoughts, often repeating the same desire in dreams, looping around the same old belief systems. It does this because it thinks it will find what it's looking for. It never does because it does not know how to stop itself from thinking. Imagine being in that position. Once the mind, body becomes deeply still, the robotic pattern falls away and the shining light of pure scintillating awareness pours through. Who you are is not your robotic mind. You are the awareness behind it. You are the spacious, silent, non-judgmental witness who is always there observing the myriad of repetitive thoughts that continue to appear and disappear. Your awareness is not robotic, yet quite the opposite. It is conscious, warm, random, and highly unpredictable. Within each new moment, you just don't know where it's going to explore in this vast infinite universe. So today is your day to de-automatize. You can break free from the robot you've become and dance on the edge of the three-dimensional rainbow that is forming right in front of your eyes. The mind is you think, the biggest thing is that you can kind of think of the mind as a wind-up robot, except it never runs down. It's just constantly going. It's like a machine pumping out thoughts every split second. There's tons and tons of thoughts, 24/7. So when people think when they go to bed that, okay, so I won't have those thoughts. They're there. They just keep coming in. A lot of the times we aren't aware that we embrace the thoughts. We take them in. We're so used to doing it. It's not like any of us are exempt from it. We're so used to doing it that it's automatic. So, kind of like automated. So we de-automize our activity. And that also runs into understanding that in this world, in this now, everything is exactly as it should be. Now, a lot of us will argue that, say, it's got to be better than this, and I don't understand why this is happening. It doesn't make sense. How can everything be exactly as it should be? It's all our personal problems, emotional blocks, and social issues are absolutely needed for our lives to excel in a multidimensional way. Remember, we create our experiences. Now, it doesn't mean that we know every single experience we're creating. That would be boring. You know, why have an experience if you don't have any surprises along the way? Every imperfection that you see or saw about yourself that you truly believed was imperfect has a cosmic agenda inside it to bring your soul to discover its divine totality. Everything has a purpose. Nothing is by chance. There's no coincidence, as I've said so many times before. There's no such thing as chance either. There is not one single thing in this all-intelligent universe that is not exactly the way it should be. For instance, what would your day feel like if you accepted that all the problems you're facing are perfect, precisely perfect, just the way they are? What if each challenge that you have in life is exactly the way it needs to be for you to find total happiness in this lifetime? Every problem and emotional block has a deep spiritual purpose to propel you forward so that you evolve, grow, shift gears, and lighten the load you are carrying. So your problems are meant to empower you so that you get clearer about what you want and start creating into reality, moving energy into form, manifesting that light that you truly love. So you think of every challenging person and situation in your life as your friend and personal accomplice. Each person is exactly what your soul asks for to help you wake up and discover your real power, truth, and life purpose. Many of us are so blind to our true God power that this is the most direct path to our awakening. Our lives are such a profound spiritual adventure that it requires everything from us. So you must conquer both the inner and outer treacherous terrains. And the hills that you climb are needed. They are how you ascend to be the highest mountain and reach the most expansive perspective. It's only at the top where we can see the bigger picture and realize all the growth, wisdom, and success we've experienced. It's important for each and every single one of us to accept the challenges that life brings us. You picture a life without challenges? A life without challenges is to overcome would be monotonous and boring. You would soon find yourself becoming creatively stagnant and not able to feel or imagine what your heart truly yearns for and desires. If everything was perfect in your world, there would be nothing to do. No place to go, no forward movement, nor anything to learn about yourself. If you never perceived that you had a problem, you wouldn't be able to smell the opportunity that's lurking behind it. When you can accept and embrace your life's deepest challenge, as an opportunity for growth in disguise, you'll discover the simple joy and excitement about being alive. You know, a lot of us take advantage of being alive, and a lot of us don't really give it even a split second of the day, unless something happens and then our attention is drawn to it, but that attention is always worry, stress, and fear, isn't it? The real journey in life is a continuous dive into the unknown. See, a lot of us will sit and I'm not going to the unknown. You go out there. I'm not going out there. You know, but you don't even know what's out there. Why would you want to go out there? That's silly. You ever had that conversation with yourself? It's easy to do this when you know that at the very end of this life, you are guaranteed to go home. You arrive at a place where your soul can truly rest, find deep peace, love, and enjoy the deepest happiness imaginable. So take risks in this life. And I talk with people all the time, and this is interesting because as our bodies age, as we experience our lives, we take less and less risk. We withdraw. We will go more internal from the standpoint, more childlike to take risks, but except that in a childlike status, children are always taking risks. They don't even know it's a risk. So take risk in this life. Enjoy this journey home. You don't know how long or short the ride will be. None of us do. But we take so much for granted, but we don't know we're taking it for granted. So we just kind of walk along the edge, not knowing we're on the edge. This is one thing in this life that is 100% for sure. You are guaranteed to have an adventure. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. And maybe more than one. There will be good times and bad times, as we know. You will laugh and cry. You'll feel imprisoned and find your way to freedom. Just remember one thing along the way. That you can always choose to enjoy this deeply enlightening and sometimes challenging mankind experience. Accepting this invitation will help you launch you into a deeper understanding of the divine, all-powerful being that each of us truly, truly, truly are. Absolutely. Without a question, without a doubt. And for today, after this meditation, get out a pen and paper, and for about 20 minutes, write down everything that you appreciate about yourself. Small or big, does not matter. Just keep writing these positive statements down. Then choose the top 3 most emotionally moving appreciations on your list and sit down and feel these ideas inside your body. Notice where you keep them inside. Post your list on a wall where you can read it and add to it anytime in the future. Whatever you discover, revisit it again and again and again throughout the day. We're all architects and designers, construction workers about our lives. A lot of the times we don't know. A lot of the times we get lost in ourselves, kind of wander around with ourselves. And finding inner peace, being alone, is the gateway to freedom and is the foundation of every spiritual awakening. inner peace is within. It's never outside. It's always within. In a way, being alone means that you're not physically with anyone around you. And that is the gateway to freedom. And it is the foundation of every spiritual awakening. So, this weekend that you're in, I invite you to take this weekend to be completely alone and relax. Find a very quiet, peaceful place where you can simply be yourself and discover a deeper state of peace inside you. Eat the healthy foods, take a nap, meditate, go for a long walk every day. Learn the sacred art of relaxation. Rest in your innermost being and enjoy the experience. And these are all things that each of us, you choose it or you don't choose it. The ego mind will say, silly, don't choose it. Forget about it. Explore the perfection of duality. Notice there is both darkness and light within every person, thing, place, and experience. Get out a pen and paper and write down all of your biggest judgments and negative beliefs you have about other people. Then write down the opposite, positive aspect of each belief. Notice what happens, and you will, when you see the divine balance with each negativity in your life, and explore and feel this divine balance within yourself today. What would your life be like if you only saw a divinely balanced, perfect state in everyone, in everything? And it's always remembering that the universe is absolutely, completely balanced. It's perfect and divine. Always, always. There's no exceptions. The negative judgments created from the mind make your world appear to be anything but that. So acknowledge the perfect balance that exists in life and recognize this each time you judge yourself or someone else. Today, tomorrow, next day. And it's so imperative for us to understand that uncontrollable mental chatter is the cause of all suffering in our lives. Uncontrollable mental chatter is the cause of all suffering in our lives. So the moment we stop the mind for even a few minutes, a powerful peace-filled energy arises inside you. All you got to do is try it and see. To become the divine observer of your mind and step back from the 60,000 plus thoughts that run through your head each day, simply choose to become the ever-present witnessing observer of each experience. Choosing to be vigilantly aware of this ever-present observer of your mind can make the typical tragic, dramatic day transform into a harmonic symphony of joy and love. Devote all your energy to watching the incessant chatter happening inside your mind without buying into its drama. It doesn't matter what the mind does today. Just be a super observer and watch with amazement. So if you get tangled up in some important thoughts, don't try to stop them, change them, or participate in them. Simply sit back, even deeper behind your mind, and relax your body. can find it extremely entertaining to simply watch and listen and have a good laugh all day long. And once each of us, once this civilization, once mankind understands, each and every one of us, the greatest spiritual energy in the entire universe is in you, right here, right now. There is nothing you can do to diminish, taint, or change this ever-present spiritual consciousness that is flowing through you right now, all the time, perpetually. Imagine you have the volume control on the knowingness that you are this eternal spiritual energy. Turn up your knowingness as high as it will go. And what does that feel like to know without any doubt at all that you are the most powerful, indestructible, eternal, infinite energy in the entire universe? Practice knowing this divine presence is you all day, every day, nonstop, eternally. Initiate and integrate this knowingness while you work, eat, drive, play, and engage in conversation with others. Knowing, feelings are what make life extremely rich and juicy. They give our lives dimension and create a more intimate and personal experience of reality. Our feelings enable us to heal ourselves as well as accept the infinite mystery of this life. Allow yourself to let down your protective shields with the world and explore how you really feel about yourself, others, and this world today. Give yourself permission to feel everything and anything you can. Invite in and explore every type of feeling that comes into your body today. Confront the feelings you've been avoiding and breathe deeply into them. Sit with them and simply feel them. Keep your mind and heart open to this rich, rewarding, ego-less experience. This is your turn to be emotionally free. Trust your feelings. Stop resisting them and dive into each one with an open heart full of curiosity, wonder, and courage. And when you stop trying to manage and control your emotions, they will transform you from the inside out. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. And I am sure that we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is relax our bodies. Head to toe, inside and out. Anything that you're the power. You're the omnipotent power. You're the master, creator of everything. So doesn't it make sense that you learn to master the body by interacting and having an intimate relationship with the body so that you can just completely relax naturally, organically, not external things that you would ingest to do so, but relax the body, head to toe, inside and out. Drop the balls and chains that you drag through life with. You don't need them. And your body will respond. The shoulders will drop. Our faces will stop being strict. Our jaws will stop being tight. And all that stuff that we garner, that we hang with, find isn't even necessary, so let it go. You want your balloon to soar, take out all the weight, keeping it on the ground. And watch what happens. So as we relax our bodies, we move into the now. And the now, you can debate this with your ego mind forever. The now is all we have. We don't have the past. The past is gone. We've already experienced the past. That's why it's the past. Future doesn't exist. We haven't created it in the now. But inherently, all of us, most of the time, will spend most of our time in the past and the future and skip over the now. We're always shooting ahead into some kind of a future and some kind of in the past. Some of us will stay so long in the past that we will bring the past into a future that doesn't exist, create that future out of that past, relive that past in that future. Have you ever met anybody like that? Without judging them, there's quite a lesson and a teaching from them to you, to say to yourself, this is how not to be. It is to thank them for showing you. You ever met people that will sit there incessantly bringing up the past all the time? I remember this and when this, and I used to do this, like it was as if it was yesterday that they are conjuring this up from years. And where does it move us? Nowhere. Can't. Same with the future. How are you going to be in the future you haven't even created yet? So the now is the answer. Always the now. And the now stills the mind, the ego, the subconscious mind. How does it still it? Because you leave the mind when you're in the now. You're not in the mind. You leave it alone. Moment to moment, space between heartbeats. That's the now. And in that now, as you focus, whatever it may be, no matter how trivial you think it is, it's actually the mind thinking it's trivial. That's where we stay, in the now. And not in the mind. Now, how do we stay in the now? That's a big challenge for many of us. We might be in the now sometimes, but those thoughts, thousands of them, just flooding us nonstop. How do we stay in the now? And how do we stop ourselves from wandering off into the future that doesn't exist and a past that's gone? The breath. The breath is the now. And our breath is divine positive energy. Why is it divine positive energy? Why isn't it just breath? Because it sustains the vessel that holds the kingdom of God within it. How can it not be anything other than divine positive energy? And the breath is a lot more than we allow it to be. It's omnipotently powerful. It relaxes your body from head to toe. It de-stresses you. It comforts you. It protects you. It embraces you. It loves you. The breath, the divine positive energy. So whenever you're wandering off or you find yourself, future, past, focus on your breath. You don't need to go into a huge session. You can be walking around and focus on your breath. You can be standing looking at something in a store. Focus on your breath. Relax. Whenever your shoulders are up, you know that you're stressed. Know the body. Know your body. Because there will come a time for mankind where they will not rely on others to know the body for them. because they will know their own bodies. So now through your heart-mind motion picture, this motion picture is where you orchestrate everything. You design it. You choreograph it. You direct. You produce. You add the colors, all of it. All of the pieces that are acting through this motion picture of your life, of your existence. So you witness, view, watch in your heart-mind motion picture. You take your divine positive energy, your breath. We take the breath in through the nose, very easily. Breathe mostly with the belly, and then release it out through the mouth. And as we're taking in this divine positive energy, we merge it with our God force, love, light energy, our chi, our ki, our prana. So both of these move through 7 colored wheels of light to the center of our bodies, all the way to the top of our heads, in a relaxed state, seated. And these are energy vortexes. They aren't so much physical in the physical world. They are etheric energy vortexes, wheels of light, that connect us to the spiritual, the astral plane, the pure consciousness, the God, all the particles of existence, and beyond. And when you see these colored wheels of light, these chakras, each one's a different color. Each one has a flower in it and a geometrical shape within the center of the flower. And we take both of these energies, our God force, love, light energy, our divine positive energy, our breath, and we start with the root chakra, the Muladhara, the red wheel of light, career, money, mindset, sense of belonging. This is about you, each of us. And it represents our foundation and feeling of being in the now. It's the base of the spine, the tailbone area. And your emotional issues are survival issues, such as financial independence, money, and food. And your physical association with your body is the spine, rectum, legs, arms, and circulatory system. And then we move to the Sacral Chakra, the orange wheel of light, the Vadhisthana. This is sexuality and pleasure. This is your connection and ability to accept others and new experiences. It's in your lower abdomen, about 2 inches below the navel and 2 inches in. And it's your emotional issues, our sense of abundance, well-being, pleasure, sexuality. And your physical association are your reproductive organs, your kidneys, your bowels, your immune system. And then you move to the yellow golden wheel of light, the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura, personal power, ability to channel. This is your ability to be confident and in the flow of your life. It's in the upper abdomen and the stomach area. And your emotional issues with this chakra? Self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem. And your physical association, central nervous system, pancreas, liver, digestive tract, and skin. Then we move to the emerald green wheel of light, the heart chakra, the Anahata, love, relationships, and self-acceptance. It is your ability to love. It's at the center of your chest, just above the heart. And your emotional issues with this chakra? Love, joy, inner peace. And the physical association? for you: heart, thymus, lower lungs, circulatory system, immune system. And then we move on up through the blue wheel of light, the throat chakra, the Vishuddha. Self-expression. It is your ability to communicate. It is in your throat. The emotional issues that it brings: communication, self-expression of feelings, the truth. Physical association: thyroid, respiratory system, teeth, vocal cords. And then we move to the indigo wheel of light, the third eye chakra, the ajna. Intuition, sense of purpose, and direction in life. It is your ability to focus on and see the big picture. Do you see the trees through the forest through the trees, or both? Or none? The location is your forehead between the eyes. Call it the brow chakra. Your emotional issues, your intuition, imagination, wisdom, ability to think and make decisions. Your physical association: pituitary gland to eyes and sinuses. And then we move to the crown chakra, the violet wheel of light, the sahasrara. Connection to the divine. It's the highest chakra, and it represents your ability to be fully connected spiritually to the God, to the pure consciousness, the soul, the higher self, the spirit. It's the very top of your head. And the emotional issues for you: inner and outer beauty, your connection to spirituality and pure bliss. And the physical association is your pineal gland, brain, and nervous system. Now, we brought these energies right to the top of our heads. You watch them as you move them through these energy vortexes, these chakras. And then we hold them briefly. I am light, I am love, I am. And release them over the pineal gland. You watch this through your heart, mind, motion pictures as this takes place. Now, the pineal gland for all of us is very important while we're in these bodies. It is the gateway to all the particles of existence, the astral plane, the God, the pure consciousness, and beyond. Does it make sense that it's as healthy as possible? So you view the pineal gland in your heart, mind, motion picture any way you choose. I see it as a green ball, a rosebud. And when I pour this omnipotently powerful liquid energy over it, it immediately explodes into a massive, beautiful, multicolored petal rose with a beautiful fragrance, vibrating and shimmering out waves of total peace, happiness, bliss, pure consciousness, joy. And it connects me to everything. The astral plane, interacting with civilizations in the astral plane. Everywhere. All that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond and forever. We're also consciously aware that we are of the highest, deepest, eternal love, and the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. And that we are merged. The heart mind, the ego mind, subconscious mind, the body, soul, the spirit, the higher self, the God, the pure consciousness, all one. So on this earth, all of us gods, as a God planet, are heaven on this earth. And every step that we consciously make, we create paradise. See it in your heart, mind's motion picture. See if it is to be. It cannot be anything else, because you already are it, and it you. We have others with us. We have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. We have the ascended masters: Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Morya, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, Yahweh, Yeshua. many, many, many more. And both of them are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. Now the archangels, cherubim, seraphim, archetypes, they're a civilization that vibrates at a different frequency than we do. That's why we don't see them like we see each other. But boy, do we meet with them. But even when we meet with them, we're not really in the, it's kind of strange. You're kind of aware of something, but then it doesn't come to you within you until after the interaction. And then you say, that was an angel. And it's always a piece of bliss that comes sparkling out from within you when that happens. Wonderful feeling. Tens of thousands of them can surround any one of us at any one time due to their vibrational frequency, which allows them to have a large number in a small area. Ascended masters are those who have mastered ascension into body, physical form, and out, and hold pure consciousness God form. We are mastering physical form and creating experiences to discover who and what we are deep within our core so that we can perfect our creation. And all of us, archangels, ascended masters, we're all one. We're interactive. We're parts of each other. Facets, mirror images flashing back and forth, all teaching each other something about ourselves. So we inherently call out to all the other reflections and facets of ourselves. All the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, of forming the circle of light. And they come in the gigaplexes. One gigaplex fills this universe. They come in trillions of gigaplexes from every direction. And they're with us now. We call upon all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, garden, and beneath earth. Many, many, many civilizations, species, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, and forming the circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they're with us now. We call upon all the off-worlders, all the galactics, all the celestials, and only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and be with us in this now, in this meditation, and forming the circle of light. Now, we're familiar with a handful of them, and fractionated, so to speak. Over 1,000 travel through this solar system every day. Trillions throughout the universes every day. And the ones we're somewhat familiar with includes all of the species and levels of these civilizations, the good, the not so good, and the bad, understanding that only the highest vibrational frequency can participate in this meditation. So we have the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the Zeta Reticuli, the Feline, the Greys, the Nords, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, the Blue Avian, and there's many colors of the Avian. And being consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, all of us gathered in this meditation, liberation of this planet, Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, can participate in a high harmonic, deep vibrational frequency of deep eternal love and gratitude. They've been assisting us in our evolution, our enlightenment, our ascension, freeing us from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they come in the billions, and they're with us now. We call upon all our loved ones, all those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the flowing forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, and this meditation, in the forming of this circle of light and the liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya. Now, we're only familiar with a handful of them, and we question even that familiarity. There are trillions of them. They come in shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations of which many we have never seen before. And just to name a few, fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. All high vibrational frequency, all deep eternal love and gratitude, all consciously aware. And they come in the trillions, and they are with us now. And we're all gathered, reflections of each other, teaching each other eternally. Arm in arm, hand in hand, all of our gods, one. We're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, peace, joy, bliss, tranquility, benevolence, abundance, prosperity. And we're all one. And we're all God, pure consciousness. And we're all love. And our God, force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever, and it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We form a massive circle of light. Massive. This is our core vibrational frequency. It is our core being of pure consciousness and deep eternal love and gratitude. It is so bright that it grays out the darkness of sacred space. It would take 1,000 billion suns in this solar system to even come close to its radiance. And at the equator of this planet, Earth, Gaia, Arya, this now, in this meditation, we are saturating and flooding on it, in it, above it, and below it, all life, the highest supreme value in the universe with the highest vibrational frequencies and the harmonics of deep eternal love and gratitude, flooding everything, nonstop, eternally. And we begin to levitate up above the planet, and we're immediately met with a gossamer field ocean of glitter everywhere. Little tiny mirrors, vibrant colors reflecting and flashing back and forth, reflecting all of us with each other, different aspects and facets of all that we are, ever have been, ever will be, forever, beyond, and forever. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is the column that reminds us all that we are the omnipotent power of healing. We are then met with the violet, blue, purple, flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column that reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. Then we're met with a white fire. This is a column that reminds us all that from head to toe, inside and out, we are completely encased in divine perfection of deep, eternal love and gratitude of the very core of our existence, of our divine perfection. Nothing externally can affect it. No lower dark matter frequency, no lower survival matter frequency, no trickery, no manipulation, no seduction. Nothing, no force externally can even come near our armor. But only you have the power that if you decide, consciously or unconsciously, to lower your vibrational frequency low enough, through hatred, anger, revenge, deception, greed, judgment, you will create a breach in your white fire armor just enough to allow lower dark matter frequencies, lower survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. You do decide to do this, you're then met with the purple transmuting flame. And this is the column that reminds us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all of these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutralized substance. And we can send them to pure consciousness, where they are no more. We are then met with the violet ray. This is a column that reminds all of us that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame. We can literally transform, uplift, purify, cleanse, harmonize, reinstate our pure divine, positive love light, gratitude energy into perfect harmonics, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our vibrational frequency of the highest high, deep, eternal love and gratitude. We're then met with a golden, white, pink light. This is the column that reminds us all that we are the sun, the sunlight, the rain, the rainbows, the sun sets, the sun rises, the oceans, the rivers, the streams, the lakes, the trees, the forests, the animals, the sky, the clouds, everything. We are all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. We are the core essence that creates all that there is, ever has been. We continue to levitate above the planet. And as we do so, some of us step outside our physical form and hover effortlessly above our bodies, those of us carrying physical form. And as we do this, we see this massive crystalline light tower that we created that's larger than the solar system. In the center of its tower, its shaft, is this massive oblong sphere. In the center has this vibrant, beautiful golden white light, kind of sparkling, sending out warm waves of mist, almost looks like glitter, as it embraces our bodies and absorbs within and embraces our core being, the God, the pure consciousness, the creation. And all of the colors, vibrant colors of rings around it, are doing the same. Embracing us fully and saturating within. These mists is like a glitter cloud, soft, warm, deeply eternal loving, deep eternal gratitude and humbleness. And it comes out each way. One's gratitude. One is prosperity. One is abundance. One is wealth. One is well-being. One is happiness. Another one is joy. It's endless. All the time saturating us. And actually reminding us that these are the reflections of what we are made of deep within our existence, our core being. At the top, we designed it so the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees, as it continues to do on all life. The highest supreme value in the universe is with this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in the liberation of it. In all life, the highest supreme value in the universe is all of our brothers and sisters. We all are drops of that golden ocean, and we all hold the essence of that ocean. The ocean is the drops are the ocean, and there's no separation. Separation is the illusion. We then see our meditative sphere. It's that center circle. We created this sphere almost 3 years ago. It houses well over 1,000 of our meditations in perpetual motion, all with the deepest intent, all being delivered from our core essence, our core existence of deep eternal love and gratitude, all consciously. Every day, hundreds of millions of us on and off world participating in liberation of this planet. Openly, with the deepest of eternal love and gratitude. That's why this meditative sphere can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. This is why it continues to intensify and it continues to expand, as we do. As we do. Your real power in life doesn't come from money, prestige, material luxuries, or physical strength. These things can all be taken away from you. True power comes from that which is permanent. It is found by discovering that one thing that cannot change or be destroyed. Your assignment in this life is to focus on one thing which does not change or die in life. It is not far away. In fact, it's closer to you than your next thought. And by accessing your real power, you are no longer a victim to issues from your past or trying to manage who you will become in the future. And to find your real source of power, look inward to where the source of your consciousness is coming from. This subtle, energetic fountain of bliss is who you are. Pay close attention to the infinite stream of consciousness and surrender to the flow of its permanent and unchanging awareness all day long. I'll join you in the meditation and return to close this out. take an easy breath in through the nose, easy breath out through the mouth. Move slowly. It is time to release any mental, emotional, or physical inner wounds you are holding on to so that you are more open and reactive and receptive to the divinity within. Redirect your attention towards the most soft, gentle, loving, healing energy you can imagine. Whatever you focus on, let yourself soften and welcome the relaxing, healing vibrations throughout your whole entire body. This gentleness will help you heal in more ways than you could possibly imagine. Imagine a soft healing energy is penetrating every cell in your body throughout this day today, and notice how your face changes in the mirror when you are focusing on this healing energy. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and into the following morning. We will return here November 29th, 3 p.m. Eastern, Sunday. Continue our normal guided meditation call.